What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to The Process. I am Josh Engleman. It is, oh God, I don't know what day it is because it's the middle of the Wednesday, March 10th, 2-game slate. The NBA is back. No more All-Star break. Oh, it's good to be back. It's good to get back to the normal, everyday stuff that we do every single morning during the work week. I have missed basketball. I got completely away from everything outside of MMA on Saturday. It's been good, but my batteries are recharged and I'm ready to attack this slate. So hello to everybody that is in chat right now. It's nice to see you guys. I've missed you all in the past couple days, but we're back now and we're in for the long haul. We've got, the rest of March, part of April to plow through some NBA. So let's do this. Good to see everybody. Hit that like button as you walk in the door. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Bluegrass Jeff, yeah, AEW was a bit of a dud. That was not quite the explosion I think everybody was looking for. I don't think so, at least. Oh, it's good to be back, guys. It's good to be back. Yeah, let's run those likes up today. It's going to be a good one. I assume we have a pretty small crowd today. Camera's being weird. I assume we have a pretty small crowd today just because it's only a 2-gamer. I think we'll be back to normal tomorrow for 11 games. Ooh, Cody, I did want to do giveaways today and I forgot, but we can figure out a way to do that. I'll figure something out. Might have to push it to tomorrow. Yeah, Eddie, I'm glad that Eddie Kingston was able to deal with that explosion. Cody, that's a good memory. I don't want to forget that. Let me write it down. There we go. We got it written down. I got to make sure I do that. I need to find some mechanism that I can get everybody in on through the YouTube chat. I don't know how to run it otherwise. We'll take a sip of water here, and then we're going to get into some coffee, and then we're going to get into some basketball. Yeah, only 2 games, which isn't like the most fun thing in the world. But so we've got Wizards, Grizzlies, Spurs, Mavs. Not my idea of a 4-game set that I would really want. But let's dive into it now. I cleared out everything. Every single rate, every single minute, everything that I have in this workbook, I cleared it out today. We're starting from scratch, straight out of the gate. So let's dive into Dallas. Well, this one won't be a long one. We're only going to be around here for like a half hour, 40 minutes or so at best. But we'll do everything. I still want you guys to get to 100 likes, but we're going to be probably done these 4 teams before we get to that 7 o'clock mark. So I'll run optimals anyway, guys. You guys get the goods. That's for sure. Let's do this, though. Okay. Starting on Dallas. And we'll try to pay at least a little bit of attention to where they closed off from a rotation standpoint. But, like, you know, Luka didn't play the last game. So we'll start with Porzingis. He was able to play about 33 minutes in those final 2 games. So I see no reason to suspect we should be giving him anything other than 33 minutes. Similar story here. We need to go to Jalen Brunson. Brunson played 33 minutes with Luka out. 2 games previous, he played about 28. Even just over the last chunk of time, 27. I think 27 seems best for Brunson. Dave, goodbye hockey. Yeah, I didn't see much hockey over this break, that's for sure. Gonna assume that Trey Burke goes back to playing like 9 minutes a game, so that seems fine. So then I guess by default, Luka gets the rest of those minutes. So 12 here, 24 there. I can't see any scenario where he's not coming back playing 36 minutes. The question is, will Dwight Powell and Willie Cauley-Stein be in the rotation? Willie Cauley-Stein did not play their last time out. James Johnson got some run. I don't know what they want to do between Willie Cauley-Stein and Dwight Powell. My assumption would be that they want to go to more Dwight Powell and not to Willie Cauley-Stein. Now, I don't think that it matters all that much which one of those guys actually do get minutes or if both do. The real problem will be, does it take away from anybody else that could be relevant in this scenario? So I think I'm going to project everybody else out and see what I have left. But it's about that time before we actually get into the rest of these people. Coffee's up. Cheers to everybody. Good morning. Let's start our day off right. Guys, I get up at 5:15 for this show. Go downstairs, let the dog out, feed him, set my coffee up the night before, so I got hot coffee. Kind of hang out downstairs for 5-10 minutes. Bring the dog back up. He goes back in with the wife, lays down. I come in here and start getting prepped for this show. For the past like 3 or 4 days, I've gotten up at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Oh, it felt so good. So 5:15 was quite a rude awakening today. Alrighty. On to, let's see, we need Hardaway. We need Maxey. I guess I should give Maxey his minutes right now too. So Maxey plays, let's see, when the last couple times Kristaps Porzingis has been in. So the last 6 times he's played 28 minutes. I'm just going to 28 minutes. That thins it out a little bit more. So we need to give Tim Hardaway his minutes. And I think using that same reference point of having everybody in is valid. Plays about 25 minutes. So that's what I'm going to go to 24 here. I am going to give him that 25th minute. I think that's important. I think Dorian Finney-Smith is going to get those 20 and then probably quite a few more. Yeah, 14 more here. So who are we missing? Jay Rich. Minutes were down a little bit in this 2-game set with Porzingis back and then with Luka out, ignoring that chunk. So he was down to 25, 26, and 29 minutes here at full strength. So I'm going to give him 29. Actually, I'm going to give him 28. I think that feels a little bit more realistic, which does leave me 8. It leaves me 20 minutes left over, and I think that we're going to be able to massage that so it's going to be both Powell and Willie Cauley-Stein, and that there won't be an additional guy in the rotation. I would expect them to want to play Wes Iwundu more, but I don't think that they will. So I'm going to move these 5 minutes over here. That leaves me 15 and 5. Oh, I did give 28 to Brunson. Good eye. That would have fixed itself immediately when we looked at it and saw Jalen Brunson projected for 50 fantasy points. So let's give Willie Cauley-Stein 10 minutes. We're going to give Dwight Powell 10 minutes. And we're going to move 5 of Porzingis' minutes to the 4. And I think that we're just going to call it at that spot. I think that looks pretty reasonable. 10-man rotation. Whether they go to James Johnson or not, I don't think any of those guys really matter. I think all that really matters for this team is going to be Hardaway, Kleber, Brunson, Porzingis, Jay Rich, Finney-Smith, and Doncic. And if anybody else ends up in a winning lineup, I don't think it's very predictable today. So that puts us through one team. Yay. Let's take a little bit of a look. Actually need to delete that Top Shop thing, but that's neither here nor there. Guys, I've really missed this early morning coffee. It's not the same when it's 9 o'clock. I assume that I don't really have anything to change from a rates perspective here. This is going to be largely a full strength team. I will pull off some of the guys that I know won't be playing. So let's take Josh Green off. Let's take Bay off. Let's take Terry off. Let's take Boban off. I don't really trust it otherwise. But I assume all of these rates are just going to be, you know, Porzingis around 26% usage. Luka actually 35. So I am going to bump him up just a hair. I'm actually going to lock in Luka and Porzingis to what I have in as their normal rates. But I don't really think that I have much else to change here. These rates should be plenty regressed and perfect. And since everybody's in, we're good to go. All right, guys, here's the deal. 124 viewers right now, 43 likes. I'm happy to be back and all, but I don't like that ratio. So if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so. Helps me out tremendously. Don't want to miss out on the goods for today. Let's see that number climb. Yeah, I don't have much to change. Finney-Smith, that looks fine. Jalen Brunson, that looks fine. Jay Rich 17, that'll work. Maxi's usage is oddly low. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s usage is probably needs to be a little bit higher. All right, let's take a look at it. Let's see if anything stands out for the Dallas Mavericks. There we go. We're climbing now. Kenny James, what is on the screen on the right? That would be NBA Wowie. That's on-off metrics, so I can take a look and see usage rates and all that other good stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I don't mind those projections. This needs to just be Dallas. This needs to just be Dallas. So, one team down. Luka, the clear standout to me. That should be no surprise. Porzingis is second on DraftKings. No surprise. It's Luka is in one tier, Porzingis is in another tier, and then everybody else from Dallas is in a comparable tier, and that's really not a fun way to play a 2-game slate. Let's keep it moving, though. We're on to Memphis. Grizzlies, I assume, are even more healthy than they were, which is, you know, in the grand scheme of things, not ideal. Because they got a lot of dudes. So Jaren Jackson Jr. slowly but surely getting back. Grayson Allen still out, concussion protocol. That's kind of crazy. I just assumed he was back, so that's kind of good. So let's work our way through this. We'll start with Ja Morant. I think 33 minutes is pretty just standard for Morant at this point. which means that 15 minutes to Tyus Jones at the backup point guard. Also very standard. Joval, I think he's just going to get his classic 28. You guys liking Melton? He played 15 minutes the last time out. Melton's minutes are scary, guys. All right. Backup center minutes. I assume I just got to give to Tillman, but they're not even doing that. They are still giving Brandon Clark some backup center minutes. That last time out, Grizzlies played it normal. I want to see that rotation. Close game, too. So Joval came out. Tillman came in. Played that same rotation. Okay, so Joval missed a rotation late. Well, not a rotation, but interesting. So Joval came back off, not from foul trouble either. He came off here, and they had Brandon Clark at the 5. So that is important to know. But Tillman's minutes were down a bit. It's hard to think Melton's the play if he plays 16 minutes, guys. We'll see it. We'll see it, though. All right, so I'm going to give Tillman, 14 minutes? I think that feels about right. I think those minutes are going to go elsewhere now. 14 minutes to Tillman. I'll give 6 final minutes to Brandon Clark. And then Clark can also play another 20. Did play 29 minutes the last time out. 34, but that had Kyle Anderson out as well. I'm going to give him 21. I'm going to go 27 to Brandon Clark today, which doesn't make me happy. I don't like rostering Brandon Clark. I like him in real life. I don't like him in DFS. But let's keep this moving. I hate the Memphis Grizzlies positional spectrum. I do want to pull up Cleaning the Glass to try to hash that out a little bit more too. Philip, I cannot make the font any bigger or else it's not going to fill up the screen correctly. Maybe I can go to 100%. Let me see. Yeah, that's going to be as big as I can go. Otherwise, what I need on the screen isn't going to be there. Hope that helps a little bit. Oh, God, that coffee tastes so good. Okay, other important guys to get minutes for the Grizzlies at this point. Wow, we might... Okay, so we're at 145 viewers, 73 likes. We're not going to get through 4 teams by the top of the hour because I'm clearly not used to doing this again. So, hit that like button. All right, Dylan Brooks is probably going to play like 31 minutes, 30 minutes, something in that neighborhood. What is his technical positional breakdown? 50-50 split shooting guard and small forward. Works for me. Dylan Brooks, come on down. You're getting 15 and 15. Next, Kyle Anderson. Played 26 minutes in his return. When everybody was full strength. 26 here, 23 here. 22 here. So I think Kyle Anderson's going to play like 26 minutes. I'm assuming that's primarily at the 4, just given the makeup of this team, but let's find out. Dan, I don't think I've ever had Wendy's breakfast, so McDonald's. I think McDonald's is the gold standard for fast food breakfast. All right, 60-40 power forward. So let's just do... I don't really think anybody else is playing power forward here, so I'm just going to go 26 and make it easy. Justice Winslow is going to get one of those minutes as well. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So we got to give Justice Winslow his run. Man, this team is so complicated. I'm just going to assume that he continues to play about 24 minutes. So that means that after projecting out everybody that we have here, we've got 43 minutes left over for D'Anthony Melton and Desmond Bane. So by all accounts, I'm expecting Bane to continue to start and not get closing rotations. So start, weird rotation in the second quarter, start the third, weird rotation to start the fourth quarter, no additional run. I think that holds. So I think that we should look at it from the perspective of Desmond Bane gets 20 minutes. Actually, we'll go Desmond Bane gets 21 minutes. D'Anthony Melton gets 22. I have no comfort in that at all, but I will try to give you guys at least some D'Anthony Melton minutes. How many shows am I on today? Everything. I'm on every show. Strategy show, live before lock, everything. You get me for everything. All day today, all day tomorrow. Back in business. All right, let's take a look at rates here for the Grizz. Later on, Brandon. Thanks for being here, man. We'll take Grayson Allen off the floor. Gotta remember to add Jonte Porter so that stops projecting incorrectly. We'll take Gorgie Jang off. We'll take Conchar off. Frazier off. Oh, actually. Okay, good. Never mind. And we'll take McDermott off. I want to get the right rates here. This team does need to love Justice Winslow. That's the thing. He's very important to them right now. Kenny, no. Porter's not getting minutes. I just don't have him added into my actual database, so my generic rates don't pull through, and that just annoys me. All right, Dylan Brooks, usage rate with these guys being active. Brooks is at 24.9. John Morant is at 28. Joval is at 21.5. Brandon Clark at 19. D'Anthony Melton at 17. Wow, 17.3% usage in 176 minutes from Melton with this sort of sorting. I can't go that low, but I am going to knock his normal rate down. Winslow, I assume, isn't using a ton. Ah, he really is. Okay. And then Slow-Mo at 18%. That's perfect. I actually need to take a minute here. I'm going to take it from Bane and treat that as spillover. Because I really do want to lock Desmond Bane's usage rate in. There we go. That's perfect now. Does Ja have like a crazy assist rate? 11.5. I already have it. I assume everything else is fine, so let's add Memphis. Two teams, 25 minutes. We are cruising through this, guys. All right, here we go. Luka at the top of the heap. Ja and Joval on DraftKings are ahead of Kristaps Porzingis. Ja is my number 2 there. Very different on FanDuel, though. KP stays in the 2 spot. Joval 3rd. Ja Morant 4th. Not gonna lie, when we run these crunches, they're gonna be ugly. Let's move it on. Two teams to go. First game down. We're on to, well, not first game. Technically, this is 2 guys from both teams. It's not important. On to San Antonio. That's the words that I'm looking for. I'm not used to talking, guys. It's really weird to not do content for a couple days when all you do is talk to, in this case, yourself. It's really weird. All right, San Antonio. This should be relatively easy. No Devin Vassell, but other than that, San Antonio should be running out a pretty normal rotation. So I'm going to go 33 minutes to DeJounte Murray. That is pretty simple. I don't technically know what the actual rotations look like for San Antonio. So what position does Derek White technically play? I'm guessing it's 50-50 split point guard, shooting guard. But then I want to see what Patty Mills is. Okay, so he's predominantly shooting guard. Actually gets to small forward in classifications. That's interesting. Patty Mills is probably the 1-2 then. Yeah, there's the 50-50 split. So we'll get Patty Mills these 15 minutes. So Spurs are going to be all over the map here. Yeah, Derek White's been out for a hot minute. Patty Mills played last time Derek White was healthy. Patty Mills was averaging 25 minutes a game. I think that starts to come down. So I'm going to go to 9 here. I'm going to give Derek White 25. This is the worst. This is the absolute worst. Rumors they're interested in a Vooch trade. They shouldn't be, but that's their problem. The Spurs getting Vooch is just silly. All right, at the big man spot, we're going to have Aldridge and we're going to have Jake Puds. So we do have Aldridge, right? Like he is active. Right? Yeah, he's playing. For show. All right, so Aldridge in the 3 games that he was back played 26, 23, and 15 minutes. Who the hell knows what this dude's playing? I mean, I think that he kind of has to play like 22 minutes. Maybe I give 26 to Jakob Poeltl. Jakob Poeltl. That's how I said that. Jakob Poeltl. Got to say it like it's Game of Zones. Poeltl. It's Jake Puddle. I don't think that Luka Samanic is going to get any more minutes, but we shall see. Yeah, people aren't taking nights off tonight, guys. There are no guys getting taken out of rest after the All-Star break. Today's like the easiest day to project, or at least it should be. Same for tomorrow. All right, so Rudy Gay obviously going to keep playing whatever it is Rudy Gay's minutes are. We'll call that 19. We're going to need to give Lonnie Walker some sort of normal rotation. Last time everybody was healthy, Lonnie Walker was playing like 18 minutes a game. So I'm just going to give 6 there, which will allow me to give DeMar DeRozan his normal 34. So I've got 37 minutes left over for Keldon Johnson and Trey Lyles. That seems fine to me. I assume Keldon Johnson, he played 22 minutes this last time out. I'm going to assume that they get back to like his normal sort of run. So let's give him, I'm going to give him 28 minutes. And that leaves 9 for Trey Lyles. I'm all over the map on San Antonio. This is the toughest team to project today by far. By the way, 659 and only 85 likes, guys. We are going to get to that mark. We're going to need to get that like number up to 100 so that I can run some optimals. What do you say? 150 people, though, on the first day back. It's exciting to have you guys. This Spurs team is the worst. Truly is. Who do I need to take off? Kata Bates, Job, Eubanks. Trey Jones. Dominic. All right, so Murray, 22-2. That's fine. DeMar, 22. That's fine. Derek White, 20. That's fine. Pirtle, 13-8. That's fine. Keldon Johnson, 20. Good. LaMarcus, good. Patty Mills. All right, Patty Mills usage is too high. There we go. Rudy Gay, good. I think we're good across the board here. I don't really see anything that I want to be changing. DeMar's assist rate is crazy high this year. But I think we're good on San Antonio, which means there's only one more team to go. I think Keldon Johnson's going to be projecting really well for me. The problem is I have no confidence in his minutes. San Antonio does not show up anywhere near the top. The highest ranked San Antonio guy is DeJounte at 7th. And it's worse on FanDuel. So really, really awesome that the Spurs are going to be a disgusting team to roster today. And that's not fun because they're the hardest team to peg down, generally speaking. So on to the Wizards, and then we'll start running some crunches and get an idea of what this slate really looks like. Wizards, full strength other than Ish Smith. So we're going to give Westbrook 36 minutes, easy, right out of the gate. Howell Neto will get those backup minutes. What is Bradley Beal's official positional split? It's got to be the 2 and the 3, right? Primarily the 2. So we'll go 30 and 6. Center rotation will be really terrible, I'm sure. So we're going to go to Rolo at 24 minutes. Alex Len didn't play the final game before the break. They went to a clean 9-man rotation. Should we expect that to continue? That is the question. So Rolo and Mo Wagner played almost all of the minutes, which means I assume Rui played the last chunk of it. I am not going to give Alex Len minutes today. I'm going to go 24, 18, 6 to Rui with, let's see, you got the 32 that last time out. I'm going to give him 25 here. Actually, I'm going to give Bertans 27. He'll get 21, so that takes him to 27, and then 4 at the 3. I assume Rui plays 3 separate positions, technically speaking. Primarily the 4 and the 5. Interesting. I don't have enough minutes to go around to do that. Unless they're implying that Bertans doesn't, but there's no way that they're moving 6'10 Bertans to a different position. Ah, they do. 66% at the 3. Okay, I feel a little bit better about that then. Let's fix that. We'll go 25. Much better. All right. 56 minutes to go. They need to go to Denny, Garrison Matthews, and that's it. So we think that Denny, after this last game, played 24 minutes. He played 25 here in what was a pretty normal game. So I think that we just give Denny 24 minutes, 23 minutes. We'll give him 23. I think that opens me up to give Garrison Matthews 15. I need to give Howell Neto like 12 more minutes. He's playing about 24 a game. So then I have 6 left over. Who got them in this game that I'm not projecting for? It's just like an extra minute to Rolo, an extra minute to Denny. Maybe that's how those extra 6 minutes come in for someone like Len. I'm going to give 3 to Bonga, 3 to Len. Just keep those guys out of my hair. I just want to have them on my radar. Let's look at Washington. Guys, 99 likes. We didn't hit the mark, but you're going to get to 100 either way. So I'll take it before we get there. Ish off. Robinson off. Brown off. Bryant off. Gill, Winston, Bell. Close enough. Just need to make sure Beal and Westbrook are close. Beal, 32.7 in usage. Good. Russ, around 30. Go to 31.4. Perfect. Beal assist rate, good. Russ assist rate, 13. Bump that bad boy up. Bump that rebounding rate up. Thank you for getting to 100, guys. I appreciate y'all. Bertans, okay. Denny, fine. All of this looks okay. That's it, guys. I think we are done all three teams. That's just going to be it. Am I under projecting Beal? 32.4, 6.4, 5. No, that's just got to be it. We'll add Washington. We'll take a quick summary look, and then we'll run some crunches and get out of here. Early one today. We're going long tomorrow, everybody. 11-game slate for tomorrow. Tune into the process show at 6:30 a.m. We're going to be here for probably a good hour and a half. So it's going to be a good one. All right. Washington added Westbrook, my number 2 play on DK, as best I can tell. Also number 2 on FanDuel. But we don't need to hypothesize. Let's just run some crunches. I know that's what you guys are here for. That's what we want. Let's run crunch. We'll start with FanDuel. Alrighty. FanDuel crunch. Optimal lineup on FanDuel as of 7:07 a.m. Russell Westbrook, Jalen Brunson, Dylan Brooks, Patty Mills, Luka, DFS, Porzingis, Mo Wagner, Jonas Valanciunas. Not sure that I feel very comfortable about Mo Wagner grading out so high, but I know why it's happening. And here's why it's happening. The power forward spot on FanDuel today. Porzingis, Brandon Clark, Mo Wagner, Kleber, Aldridge, Bertans, Tillman, Lyles, Bonga. And Bonga's not a real one. There's nobody out there. I assume the Porzingis Brandon Clark pairing ends up being the most popular, but getting this group right, Wagner, Kleber, Aldridge, Bertans, that's going to be the one that tells the story. So that's where we're at right now. FanDuel optimal. Let's get an idea of what exposures would really look like, though. So if we add this in, turn on some randomness. Let's get an idea of what exposures will look like. So I assume that pushes Mo Wagner down a bit. Yeah, a little bit. His minutes are going to be very, very, very important to get right. Like I'm a little high. I'm going to be a little higher there. So much so, in fact, that I feel like I should take a minute away from him. So I'm going to go to 17, drop another one on Alex Len, and see if that affects anything. Just because I don't want him to be popping up like he's the 6th best play on this slate just yet, because I'm not confident at all in his minutes. So let's see what happens now that I took a minute away from him. That takes him down like a full fantasy point. So now if we take that minute away from Mo Wagner, I turn randomness back off. Do we have the same optimal? See, we don't. Moves new optimal. Oddly enough, how many can I get at that same mark? Okay, that's fun. 3 lineups, all projected for the same optimal score. Kind of wild, huh? First time here. This is fantasy on HGH. Yes, it is, man. Happy you're here, too. Okay, so 3 optimals, same exact score right now. Russell Westbrook is in all of them. Jalen Brunson is in 2 of them. Ja is in the main optimal. Dylan Brooks is in all of them. Patty Mills is in 2 of them. One of them brings in Baines. Luka is in 2 of them. Rui is in 2 of them. Porzingis is in all 3. Mo Wagner's still there, but Brandon Clark sneaks in with Joval. That is a nice cross-section of optimals. Now we can turn that back on and figure out where everybody lines up. So as it's looking right now, Kristaps Porzingis, Joval, and Luka are my 3 favorite plays on FanDuel. Dylan Brooks is close. Russell Westbrook is close. Those 5 guys are pretty clearly at the top of the heap. Ja, Brandon Clark, DeMar DeRozan, Bradley Beal, Jalen Brunson. I'm liking that run right here. But that's what we've got going for FanDuel. Let's go ahead and check out DraftKings now. Grab some Luka Doncic projections. DraftKings, I have a feeling, is going to look really weird. There's going to be some really not good guys in here as value plays. All right, so for DK, optimal lineups on DraftKings as of 7:11 a.m. All right, one of them gets to the top by 1/10 of a point. Ja Morant, Dylan Brooks, Denny Avdia, Brandon Clark, Robin Lopez, Russell Westbrook, Justice Winslow, Luka Doncic. That is 5 Grizzlies, 3 Wizards, and a Mav. No single Spur to speak of. No Spur in the first 3 optimals. Do we get one in the 4? Yeah, Keldon Johnson shows up in the 4 spot. Wow. All right, so we're going to be looking a lot at... And that's no surprise. I mean, facing the Grizzlies, or facing the Wizards, rather, huge pace-up spot for Memphis. The total on the Grizzlies-Wizards game is 237. The total on Spurs-Mavs, 222. That is a massive, massive difference. Let's take a look at what the power rankings are for DraftKings now. Oh, boy, that's gross. It's just a mush together thing. Luka Doncic flying to the top of the list. Brandon Clark, Dylan Brooks, Ja Morant, Justice Winslow, Joval. 5 straight Grizzlies, and then 4 straight Wiz, if this breaks correctly. Yeah, look at that list. Luka at the top, then Clark, Brooks, Morant, Winslow, Joval, all in the 40 to 50% range, which means you're really trying to get 3 of those 5 guys correct. Then you get to the Wizards, Westbrook, Beal, Avdia, Robin, Lopez. You're really trying to get like 1.5 to 2 of those guys correct. That's scary. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Tonight's going to be hard, guys. The one interesting piece is I think dupes will be down a little bit because it's really easy to just mix and match Grizzlies guys, Wizards guys, Spurs guys. Like the Mavs rotation is pretty set in stone. And not that these other rotations aren't set in stone, but these other teams have so many guys that can just go from 18 minutes a game to like 24, and getting those 6 minutes right will change everything today. Look at this lineup. There's 6 Grizzlies in that. So many Grizzlies today. It's because of the huge pace up spot. All right, we'll do one for Super Draft since that's what we've got going on tonight, and then we're going to get out of here. Let's grab a Super Draft projection. Where the hell are they at? Is that on here? There it is. All right, Super Draft. Today the 10th? Yep. And guys, thank you for being here. It's really awesome to have you guys back. I miss the interactions in the morning. All right, Super Draft. Optimal lineup. Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, Ja Morant, Kristaps Porzingis, Luka Doncic, Brandon Clark, Jonas Valanciunas. That looks pretty spot on to me as far as I'm concerned. I get it. I get it there. Let's do super draft power rankings, and we'll call it a day. 1.2x multiplier on Russ, 1.35 on Porzingis. Just a 1 multiplier on Luka, but he's Luka, so he's still showing up pretty high. Those are the top 3 guys. We take a little bit of a step down in tier to Bradley Beal, Joe Val, Ja Morant. I like it, though. Brandon Clark, Dylan Brooks, DeMar, DeJounte, Keldon, all looking like that from San Antonio. It's going to be a tricky slate, guys. Minutes on these teams, not ideal. But that is it. 2 games up, 2 games down. We done. We back. The All-Star break is over. The process is back. We're going to be here every single day, Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, breaking it all down. Tomorrow is going to be a long one, but I'm excited for it. It'll be fun. So 2 more days of this week. I'm on the strategy show today, tomorrow, and Friday. Live before lock today and tomorrow. Sunday morning NBA strategy show as well. But that's where we're at. Check out our PGA betting video. Ben Raza and I did that. That should be dropping today. I hit the outright this week, or last week. So I had Bryson. That makes 3 straight outright winners coming out of the picks that Ben and I make in this video. Ben hit, was it Max Homa and Colin Morikawa, I think, the 2 previous weeks. And then I hit Bryson this week. So back to back to back. You guys should be watching that. We're bringing the goods there. Tons of NBA content coming out today now that we're back. Normal tip-off show, deeper dive, live before lock. Lock is at 8 tonight, so be aware of that. Everything will be an hour later than normal. And then we just get right back to it tomorrow. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Or joining me, I guess. So you're joining the collective, right? That's what it is. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. It's good to be back. We'll be back again tomorrow with another edition of the Contenders. Good luck today, guys.